So it looks like you're doing some research on apartments here in Uptown, and Maple Terrace Residences may or may not even be on your radar. And regardless of the case, you're going to want to check out this video. We are going to cover every square inch of this building, everything from the leasing office to the concierge, valet parking, pricing, floor plans, incentives, the gym, the lounge, the library. So that way you can get an idea on if the Maple Terrace could be a good fit for you. First time swinging by the channel, welcome. My name's Lucas, and I'm an apartment locator here in Dallas, and every single day I get calls, texts, and emails from folks like you, and 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 you, helping them find apartments and condos all over the Dallas area. So if you ever have any questions about anything that I cover, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description, and I'd be more than happy to help answer any questions that you might have. So without any further ado, let's go check out Maple Terrace. Maple Terrace is a 22-story luxury high-rise here in Uptown, just a hair north of downtown Dallas. And this building opened its doors just this year. Super stoked to show it to y'all today, as it is one of the newest and luxurious buildings here in Uptown, and it is comprised of studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and penthouses. And as far as the layout of the building, you have your lobby here on the ground level, which houses the 24/7 concierge desk. You've also got some amenities down here, but the bulk of them will be up on the 6th floor, like the pool, the gym, and the lounge area. There's also a conservatory that is up on the 22nd floor, and we are going to cover all of it. And legend has it that Elvis Presley used to live here way back in the day when it was called the Maple Terrace Apartments, as well as using one of these mailboxes that were originally built back in 1925. And right off the back, I think these mailboxes are one of the most interesting and distinct things that I have ever seen in any apartment building here in Dallas, especially if you are a history buff such as myself. The gold leaflets that are ingrained on these mailboxes are actually similar to the patterns that you're seeing on the floors, which kind of sets the stage for the golden ambiance that the Maple Terrace is aiming for. As we peer into the mailroom, the Maple Terrace team has framed some photos of Elvis's love letters. Now, apparently these were found and then photocopied as artwork. Definitely an interesting thing to read if you ever make it into this building yourself. But in terms of other amenities that are down here on the ground level, you will have your coffee machine that has all of the syrups and mixers that you can imagine. The library that we saw earlier. You will also have the Luxor package room for the next time you binge on Amazon, as well as an outdoor seating area here with some plants and greenery if you're looking for a spot to chill and sip the morning coffee. And then you have 3 full service elevators and 1 freight elevator tucked away here in the back. In terms of guest parking, they will have access to valet here at the building from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday. And then anything outside of those hours, they will have access to street parking. And then for resident parking, it's just here in the garage, which is located on levels 1 through 5. So kicking things off with the floor plans, we have our S1 studio, which is the smallest unit at Maple Terrace, right above 600 square feet. And you will see that these units are of the quality of a condo. So you'll have Bosch kitchen appliances, which I think is worth noting. Bosch is a German brand that's been around since the 30s, and they are known to have some of the highest quality amongst the majority of the appliance brands out there. So shout out to Maple Terrace for that, for not cutting corners here. But then you will also have Whirlpool washer and dryers. So all units will have Italian cabinetry, engineered hardwood in the common areas, bedrooms and closet, and then tile in the bath bathroom. So not a shred of carpet anywhere, which is what you just love to see. And I actually don't mind the studio here. You get your own balcony that's decently sized, and they have a wall built so that your bedroom is actually closed off from the living room. Not all studios are built like this. Most of them are open, meaning your bedroom and living room are kind of mixed together without a dividing wall. So to me, this was a breath of fresh air as well. Next up, we have our A5 one bedroom, and another call out on all of these units. All of the drawers and cabinetry are soft close, so no worries on the banging and the scuffing when you're closing stuff in a hurry, but you'll see how the living room opens up a lot more here. A huge island, so if you're a fan of cooking, cutting, and cleaning, you're gonna have your bases covered. What I also like about this unit is the floor-to-ceiling windows, and with the direction that this unit is facing, we get a considerable amount of natural light. And the living room can also fit a smaller sofa, and to me it felt a little small, but I'm a big dude. I'm 6'6", so take that for what it's worth. If you're a normal sized human being, then there's a chance that this could actually be a pretty good fit for you. And then in terms of the bathroom, you're gonna notice a ton of counter space, a stand-up shower, and then a dual vanity. And I've said this on my channel in the past, I don't really care a whole lot for dual vanities. I'm single and heartbroken. I really don't have a need for two, so this unit probably wouldn't be the best fit for me. But let's say that you do have a significant other, or maybe you are a single lady and you would like to have a hand washing sink and a makeup sink, this could be something worth considering. But as we walk into the bedroom, you'll see how much it opens up in terms of space. You'll be able to fit a king size bed in here no problem, as well as get some of that vitamin D coming through the window. moving on up to our 2-bedroom, this one is fully staged so that you can get an idea of what it can look like once you have all of your stuff moved in. My only hang up on this unit is that I'm not sure if I'd be able to qualify for it, but that's just a personal problem. Aside from that, what I do like about it is that you've got a waterfall quartz island, which was also on the A5 that we just saw, if you remember. But what I love about it is that your living room will be big enough. Remember, we're over 1,500 square feet here, and your living room will be big enough to have a sofa as well as a smaller kitchen table that can be situated in a fashion that allows for a walkway in between. So I really like the way that Maple Terrace staged this one. You don't see the kitchen table set up often in apartments in Dallas, but it kind of makes sense for Maple Terrace since their units are more condo crafted. The larger bedroom will have a standalone tub for when you want to get squirrely with the bath bombs, and you'll also have a larger closet to hang up your Louis Vuitton. But all in all, I don't mind this 2-bedroom. The 2nd bedroom actually felt more like a den or an office, so maybe it could be a good fit for you if you work from home and you want that separate space for the office. And obviously at the end of the day, you could still have a roommate here if you'd like to split the rent. So saving the cream of the crop for last, we have our PH1 floor plan, i.e. penthouse. And believe it or not, this is the smallest penthouse that Maple Terrace has to offer, with the largest penthouse actually being a 3-bedroom that's around 2,500 square feet. But for the PH1, you'll notice way higher ceilings, bigger closets, wider showers, and as well as a fireplace in the living room. if you're getting any value whatsoever from this video, then you gotta do this thing just like all of these people are doing. And the reason why they're doing it is because navigating the apartment market in Dallas can be kind of tricky if you haven't done it in a while. There are literally hundreds of buildings, and it can be a lot to take on, scouring through hundreds of websites, looking at floor plans, amenities, and pricing. And folks use locators to help save them time. And on top of that, someone like me, I am not married to any building. I'm a neutral party. And if you walk into any of these leasing offices all on your own, which you're free to do, by the way, you just have to realize that that leasing agent is incentivized for you to sign that sheet of paper while you are there. And oftentimes they will tell you everything that is great and phenomenal and gorgeous about the building. But then sometimes, and again, not all buildings do this, but sometimes they will kind of gloss over some of the things that are not so good. So someone such as myself who lives, eats, and breathes Dallas apartment buildings, I know the good and bad and the ugly about almost every single one. I can give you insight to what goes on behind the curtain in terms of things that maybe are not so good. And lastly, I am incentivized by the buildings to bring new residents through the door. So it's not like you'd be cutting me a check for my services. That is being taken care of by the other party. It is absolutely no skin off your back to go ahead and reach out. So one last time, if you want to live at Maple Residences or any other building in the area, then you got to do this thing, and I will do absolutely the best that I can for you. Moving over to the amenities, now we are up on the 6th floor. We have the saunas that are right here outside of the gym, and the saunas are probably my favorite part of the building. If you remember the video that I did over the Sinclair, which is downtown, that's one of the only other buildings that even has a sauna that's available, so a quick call out on that. But here at Maple Terrace, these are red light saunas, and they can be reserved if you'd like to have it all to yourself. But in terms of the gym, I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. It's clean, it's bright, it smells good, it's orderly. The dumbbells go up to about 75. No loose barbells, but there is a Smith machine as well as a ton of cardio equipment. Another thing I noticed is that there isn't a ton of just machines in general. So if you're a big fan of using machines when you go to the gym, then it might be worth holding on to your gym membership. There also is a terrace that is attached to the gym, of which you'll see towards the end. There is a turfed section of which you can do stretching and yoga. So for a guy like me, this gym would be good enough for someone such as myself. We then have the relaxation room that's off to the side of the gym, and you've got some circular couches as well as some nooks in the back for you to kind of hang out and relax. And then off in the corner you will see an art studio slash supply room. Obviously there's an easel in here, and it's fully stocked with markers, pencils, construction paper, and scissors, you name it. It kind of reminded me of the maker's room over at Emily Fountain Place if you saw that video, but this is definitely something that's different and will keep the kiddos occupied. And then walking further down, we have a couple quiet rooms, which these are ideal for working from home. This can be reserved. Then outside of these quiet rooms, there's just a ton more seating. So I just want you to get an idea of the sheer size of the amenity space here on the 6th floor. This is actually the pool of which we are going to see next. But as we keep walking down, you'll see the fireplace as well as a pool table, which I absolutely loved to see. I grew up with a pool table in my house. It is fully stocked with chalk and sticks, so you've definitely got enough to be dangerous up here. And then as we're walking past the pool table, we're going to have another kitchen area of which has a humongous island with tons of seating, a microwave, a fridge, and a coffee machine. And then off to the left of the sink, you will have a room called the creative room. And this has 3 separate pods. You can see that it's got clear glass, and each one of these pods is soundproof. So you can use these to make phone calls. It's also pretty good for content creators if you want to record some content or record a podcast. There's also a printer in here along with another long table if you'd like to hang out and have a quick bite. So definitely something different and something new that I haven't seen in terms of the pods, and wanted to make sure that I called that out. So next up is going to be our golf simulator, and as you walk in, we've got some seating as well as a fridge. And in terms of the particular type of simulator, this is a TrackMan. And if you know anything about golf simulators, TrackMan is one of the most expensive. It is one of the nicest simulators on the market. So shout out to Jessica, who is a leasing agent here at Maple Terrace, who was in charge of getting this room put together. She also hooked you up with a set of men's and women's Callaway irons, as well as you having the freedom to bring your own clubs as well. So gotta love a good golf simulator in any apartment building here in Dallas. You don't see these often, so wanted to make sure that we highlighted it. Next up, we've got our swimming pool area, of which has one gas grill if you're trying to embrace your inner George Foreman, but you've also got a ton of seating. And they keep this pool heated during the winter, as you will also have access to the pool lounge, of which you'll see here in a sec. It's just a spot where you can cool off and bring some food the next time you've got family and friends in town. That is going to wrap us up at one of the newest luxury high rises here in the Uptown area. And I know I covered a lot. There's a lot of subtle nuances to this building. So if you still have questions, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description, and I would be more than happy to help answer any one-off questions that you might have, as well as give you my opinion on other buildings in the area. And I try to be as detailed as I can in all of my videos. So by the end of this, if you're still kind of scratching your head thinking, I'm not sure if Maple Terrace is my vibe, it might be a little too expensive, I'm not really a big fan of the amenities, maybe you didn't even like the floor plans, but regardless of the case, feel free to check out this playlist, because I made a video just like this one that showcases the in and outs of all of the most popular buildings in the Dallas area, which will be helpful as you're doing some more research. With that, hope y'all stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Y'all be good.